What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I am your host, Sean C. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I feel like we keep having these live streams every other week, but this is the holiday season, so we're going to do the best we can to try to have these live streams. But I will tell you guys that I miss you all, and this may not be a extremely long live stream like it is sometimes, like it normally is, but we do have a lot to discuss. There is something that I saw recently that kind of sparked me to say, you know what? Oh, sorry about that. See, I'm out of touch. I am out of touch. So there's something that I saw recently in a couple different videos I saw, and I was like, you know what? It was a pattern I noticed. Now, this is a pattern that we've talked about multiple times on this channel, but this pattern became apparent. And I wanted to show you guys what I thought. Now, I'm gonna do some shout outs to the gents to see who's here a little bit later, right? Catch some of you guys' comments. We'll get the question of the day and we'll get out of here. But we're gonna start off tonight's live stream with a video once I get everything set up. We're going to start tonight's live stream with a video, so please put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear it, right? Let me know what's going on. I'll get to y'all in the chat in 1 second. Let's hear this first video.
Quick question for you, man. What would you say is the worst thing about modern dating right now?
I would say that men have become very feminine.
In what ways?
Like, men want flowers. They want to be taken care of. They don't want to put effort anymore into relationships. And they want to be 50-50.
So you're not for 50-50. You like a man who's going to take care of you.
Yeah, if I'm going to be cooking, if I'm going to be cleaning, birthing your child, I feel like the least you could do is take care of the house.
But do you think it's fair to meet a man and then just expect him to spend all his hard-earned money on you just from the get-go?
Yeah, I feel like that's a way to win a girl over, especially if you're wanting marriage. Because I date for marriage. I'm not dating just we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Now, let me pause it right there, because the stuff that she says after this kind of doesn't go with the point I'm trying to make. I started off with this clip for a reason, right? She said that men are being feminine. And we need to address that. We need to address this thought that men are being feminine. I think that women have this wrong. I think that ladies, I'm not saying that there aren't some effeminate men, but how did we get to the point that we have these effeminate men? Now, I'm not going to go into that per se, because that is a whole nother conversation that we need to discuss and that we have had on this channel, but we need to have that discussion a whole nother time. My point in bringing up what this young lady talked about, right? Let's bring it back. What did she start
Quick
off
question
with?
for you, man. What would you say is the worst thing about modern dating right now?
I would say that men have become very feminine.
Boom. This is the thing that we're starting off with. Men have been feminine. Men are feminine. Why did she say that? Why is it that we're hearing modern women today say that men are being feminine? Are they? Some men are, right? Simping is at an all-time high right now, okay? We have a lot of symptastics going on, symptastic gymnastics. But we also have a lot of men who are starting to, in this era where men became weaker, have become weaker because of laws, because of society, because of movements, because of all these different things. And in and of themselves, these things aren't bad, but collectively, this is what women said they wanted. And then women get it, and now you don't like the product. You don't like the product of the actions of the things that you said you wanted. And this, gents, is where we're going to start off today. But before we get there, I want to give a shout out to the gents that are in the building. Before we get into our topic tonight to talk about why modern women, why women like this, why relationships will never get better. And the funny thing about it is not even, it's partly the mindset that that young lady had, but I'm going to show y'all something in tonight's live stream. This pattern I noticed. Okay. And I don't know if y'all knew this, but my career was engineering back in the day. And so math, I'm really good at math. And so I see patterns, right? And there's this pattern that just kept popping up. The pattern kept popping up. And that's what I'm going to show y'all tonight. Maybe I'm going to justify part of what that young lady in the first clip said. But we'll get to that bridge when we get to it. First of all, let me see who we got up in the building. I'm going to go all the way to the top because I see a lot of folk here. Shout out to the champ. Thank you, brother, for coming here tonight. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Kings and Dreams. Oh, man, my dude, K&D. K&D up in the house. Man, make sure y'all go over to the K&D channel. Subscribe to that channel. Check out those great interviews that he have, those great videos and stuff. K&D, man, great to see you as always. Thank you for being here. D-Dog, he said, Sean, how you doing, my brother? I'm doing great. I just got back from Thanksgiving with my family, and it was a great time. Looks like I see my daughter, one of my daughters in the building tonight. Thank you, baby, for being here. Okay. I'll get there in a second. Shout out Preston to Preston. He said, what up, Sean? CTSG, Big Dog, homie, and the Green Money Peeps. Preston, thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for commenting on the videos. I know I've only put out like a video a week since the holidays, but I have a lot more videos. I got up at 3 a.m. And since 3 a.m., I've created 7 new folders. 7 new folders, right? Of videos that I'm going to make. So, and I would love to try to get all 7 of those videos out in the month of December. Okay. We're just going to I said I was going to like take old stuff and repurpose it. I might do that too, but I'm going to make some new videos. We're going to get here and make some videos, bro. Okay. We are in the building now. That's right. Shout out to my daughter. I love you, Pops. Love you too, baby. We got to talk soon. Something just came up that I got to talk to you about. Nothing bad, but we'll get there. All right, y'all telling me y'all can hear it? Shout out to Ham's Flight Kit Box. What's going on, bro? How's those birds doing, man? I'm sorry I haven't got a chance to get to your channel because I've been out of town and stuff like that. But I'm gonna have to peep up and see how the birds are doing this winter there. Okay. But if y'all don't know, go over to support this brother's channel over there. Okay. He races pigeons. I love it. I love the behind the scenes and talking to us about it. It's interesting. I think it's interesting. So y'all would think it's interesting too. Go over there. Support that brother. Preston, I seriously thought that you were supposed to take care of the house and kids. What are you talking about? What did I miss? She's speaking, right? Oh, talk about the lady on the video. Yeah. Again, I didn't want to get too deep in what she said because there was a lot to unpack there. But actually, that first clip, there's a lot to unpack there. But really and truly, her saying that the biggest problem with dating is men being feminine isn't the real problem with dating and relationships today. That's what I plan on showing you guys here in a minute. All right, let's get through some of these. The modern women been suffering for decades. Men can be a passport bro. Absolutely. I seriously suck at math, but I still did it. That's right. Barbarossa, Spetsnaz, Razor Blade, Candy, Coterie, Stardust, and the Godfather Tom Likas. I learned a lot from those men. That's right. That's what's up. We got Undrafted All-Star Podcast Show. He said, what up, fam? What up, brother? Thank you for being here. Good seeing you. Yo, Kings and Dreams, salute. Yep. It's been, it has been, but we're here now. Yeah, it's been a while. Yep. You killing it. Baby, I've been doing this for some years now. This has been my job for like 4 years now. You know what I mean? So, all right. I don't want to hold y'all up. We need to get into this because I have a lot to do after this. I have videos to make after this, and I actually started a second channel. I'm not going to necessarily cross promote it quite yet until I get it where I need it to be. But your boy putting in some work. I'm doing this channel. I'm doing the second channel, and I'm working. Okay, I am working, and I'm gonna tell you, doing videos for 2 channels. And I already got a folder created where I got content for my members. Shout out to my members, right? These are the people that get exclusive videos, right? That no one else get to see. My members also get, when I put out videos really early, they get first access to videos when I put out early videos, right? And then also too, right? I talk to them members in the chat. So if you are not a member, for the price of a cup of coffee a month, you can become a member. Or you could also be one of tonight's sponsors, right? By super chatting, cash apping. You don't have to, but it helps the channel. And what really helps the channel, if you're not going to give in those type of ways, become a member, do the super chat thing, if you're not going to do none of that, the best thing you can do is turn on all your notifications, subscribe to the channel, turn on all your notifications. When you watch my video, watch it all the way through. And then when I suggest the video at the end, right, this is how I normally do it. I point up here. Hey, you're going to want to see this video right here. When I do that, click on that video and watch at least half of that one. If you do that, that helps. If every one of y'all, my regular subscribers, did just that, y'all would send this channel into hyperdrive. Okay? So, pick your poison. King saying that men are feminine is just the start of the gaslighting to come. Oh, you already know, King, you already know I'm coming with the video clips tonight. You already know. Zoomer Doomer, 4 a.m. for me, but I had to tap in. Hey, Zoomer Doomer, thank you so much, man. I guess I'm in my old man era. I'm suffering from that OLD now, right? Where I be getting up, I go to bed at like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm up at 3 a.m. And it's been happening for a number of days straight. So maybe I drank too much when I was in San Antonio. I don't know. Exactly. What the F is she saying that men are feminine? If she don't shut the F up, if anything, she's the one who needs to be what's afraid to do. Shout out to XL Pro. Thank you, brother. Great to see you as always. Salute chat. Yep. All right, let's get into this next video. This next video, gents. This is the one. I was going to kick off the live stream with this video. But I thought it was best to kick it off with the previous video because I didn't want to really give away. I didn't want to give away the whole plot of what was going to happen tonight. Okay? But this next video is going to do it. Okay? Check this out. This right here, what this man is about to tell us is the thing. Is the thing why relationships with modern women today will not get any better if this continues. Check it out.
Woman said to me the other day, what do you think is one of the #1 dating problems? I said, if I tell you, you ain't gonna want to hear it. She said, no. I said, I'm gonna tell you. She said, what? I said, in most cases, a man has to change for a relationship because women want men to be a particular way. But anytime a man remotely tells them about themselves of what they want, you have to accept them for them. And that's a problem. You want a grown person to change for you, but you're not willing to change for the grown-up. In most cases, most men don't complain a lot about what they want. You talk about in most cases, lady, you get in your feelings, you're in denial. Unless you dated some very weak men. If you dated some very weak men, please do not jump in this conversation because you're going to use your very weak men and make that the standard. In most cases, most men complain less about what they want in relationships. And most women think they're better in relationships they are because most men don't complain as much. Most men, when they start complaining about things that are bothering them, is when things are extremely bothering them. Most women nitpick about everything in a relationship, always complaining. You could take a woman who had a man that paid no bills and now you paying all the bills and they'll still find something to complain about.
All right. Now y'all getting it. So now y'all getting it. I want you to think about the very first video with the woman saying that the biggest problem in relationships is that men are feminine. And then I want you to contrast that to what this gentleman just said. They don't jive, do they? Right? They don't jive. Men are feminine, but you know, if a man don't change and that's the issue, see, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. The reason why that first young lady said that men are feminine is because she is coming across men who have set standards. And whenever you have standards as a man and a woman who don't really respect men come across it, what do? They do what the Godfather said. They go to sign language, shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right, and or whatever. They'll use any one of those tactics or any combination of those tactics. And why? It's to get a rise out of you. It's a form of manipulation. It's a tantrum. As this man said, a lot of men don't complain enough when they're in relationships about things that are wrong. They usually go silent. We're seeing now that there are more women who are getting divorces, who are leaving relationships. It's like when shit hits the fan, they're ready to leave faster than men are. So now let's go back to it. Men are feminine because they don't want to pay all these bills. We got to dispel this. We got to dispel this stupidness because most men, it's in our programming to take care of what is ours. We are willing to take care of what is ours to such an extent that when we love what is ours, we die over what is ours. Let me repeat that again. When we love what is ours, we are willing to die for what is ours. But the problem is, a lot of men do not feel like their woman is theirs. See, their woman is just a rental. Their woman is just yours in the moment. Men today aren't feeling the connection with their women because these women, and this is what we're about to get into. I don't know if y'all know how deep. It actually took me, I didn't just throw this topic together. It actually took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours. That lack of connection with the modern woman, her wanting you as a man to change to her standards. Listen, they might cry about it like them gremlins. Y'all remember the movie The Gremlins when they were in the box and they was like, hey, don't feed them after midnight. Don't get them wet. And what was the other one? Don't put them in direct sunlight, right? It was like those three things. And then they were hungry and they started crying, right? And they were crying for food and they unplugged the clock and right. You can't feed these gremlins. You can't give them what they want because they will complain about it and call you feminine if you don't. But if you do give them what they want, if you do simp, right? If you do simp toward them and you get off of what your purpose is, then they're going to end up not respecting you anyway. And somebody else going to be clapping them cheeks. All right. And I don't want that for none of y'all. Okay. They're going to be clapping them cheeks. So before we get the next clip, I wanted to show y'all something. The next couple clips are real quick. And we're gonna go through these really quickly because I'm trying to set up the thing. I'm trying to set up the thing. The next few clips is to show you the things that women care about, that modern women seem to care about. The next few things is to show you the priorities of some of these women today. And I didn't just pick certain type of woman. I picked 3 types of women. Even though there's a lot of variety of women, I picked 3 specific types to show you all, to lay this point home. You all will get it when I show you. Let's start with the first type. No, Melissa, not all women are gremlins. Some women are gremlins. All right, let's get to it.
First question, what you found most attractive about me?
No, don't turn around. Don't turn around. You're going to blow it, man.
because I like personality. Your personality was good. I don't usually look at women in their face too long, but I like your ass.
All right, listen. Why did I show this? I showed this for a reason. I want you to see this one more time. One more again. Let's do this one more again.
First question, what you find most attractive about me?
So she asked him a question. What do you find attractive about me? Keep that in your head. And then look what she did as soon as she said it.
No, don't turn around. Don't turn around.
You see? You see that right there, gents? She was more worried about what he's attracted to. This is, and listen, don't get mad at women for this. Understand that this is in their nature to make themselves flattering to men. Why? We are visual creatures. We love beauty. We love beautiful women. Okay? Show me a man that don't love a beautiful woman, and I'm going to show you a man. I'm not talking about married men or whatever. I'm saying show me just a regular man who don't find some level of beauty out of a woman, and I'm going to tell you something wrong with that man. Okay? We men, we love beautiful things. Okay? We love beautiful creatures. And for the ladies that get to call yourselves our women, maybe you're not like a supermodel or whatever, but there's something beautiful about you that we love. That's a beautiful thing between a man and a woman. But this woman right here don't know that dude. Don't know that dude like that. And instead of saying, hey, this is what I have to offer, she's showing him what she has to offer. How many of these modern women today think that showing off their assets, literally, is the only value that they really have? That they got to look a certain way. They got to have the new hair and the new nails and lashes and new Birkin. Like, she got to have that cute purse. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Let me get you down in the chat, the banner there, baby. Hold on real quick. Let me get you down in the banner there for our first sponsor of the night. Let's do this. Melissa with the $5 holla, the super sticker. Thank you so much. All right. We got our first sponsor of the night, everybody. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and put that up on the screen because I am very appreciative. Thank you so much for the $5 holla super sticker. Let me catch a couple of your comments real quick. Let me catch a couple of your comments. She says, why are women ready to leave faster than men? I don't, you know what? That is a great question. Because I remember, I'm old enough to remember, and for my gents that are old enough to remember, back in the day, women talked about how, there was a song, right? How many of y'all remember the Temptations? Y'all remember the Temptations? It's a rhetorical question. I know y'all do. You remember that song, Papa Was a Rolling Stone? See, this was the complaint of women, that men could just up and leave. That men would just up and leave. Why would they do that? Now, look what's going on. Everything is reversed now. Women complained about men just upping and leaving, being rolling stones, not caring. And we seem to have more women who are doing it now. Now, I want you to keep that, put a pin in that. You have more women now that are rolling out. Why is that? That's the question that Melissa asked. Melissa asked, why are women ready to leave faster than men? We're going to touch on that, Melissa. We are going to touch on that. King says, in the week's edition, the strangest conversations with my ex. This broad tells me about how hard it is to pay bills by herself, as if I didn't pay every bill under the roof for 25 years. This is an excellent, excellent, excellent point. It goes back to that first clip we played, right? Men aren't men. And why was that in that lady's, what was that in that young lady's rationale? Because men aren't willing to pay for everything. Now, let's put what King said back up on the screen, because this is very important. She is calling men feminine for men, us men, standing up saying we ain't about to pay for all these bills for a woman who ain't ours, who ain't loyal to us, and who ain't willing to at least help us through our purpose and help us in our purpose. We're not standing for that shit. Hell no, we ain't standing for it. Because even when you do nowadays, right? Even when you do take care of it, they're not even appreciative of it. And this is what brings it back to what that young lady said. Because men are standing up, she's calling them feminine. It's the snake eating its tail. It's the Ouroboros, right? It's the snake eating its tail. We're back to the same point. Some women in the comments of other videos thought that I'm just trying to pick on women. But y'all don't realize, for my ladies listening, y'all don't realize you all are the key to this. You are the key to fixing this shit, okay? But you are also the key or the instrument that is being used to enact I told y'all shit gonna be hitting the fan. I told y'all damn near half a year ago to a year ago, I said shit is coming. I told y'all stuff is coming, and you can't even, I said, man, modern women ain't ready for what's coming. People ain't ready for what's coming. I saw it like a vision. I warned y'all. You're on this channel. I'm telling you. I'm like Nicodamus. I'm telling y'all right now. Oh, I'm Nicodamus with it. Oh, listen, the pleasure's mine. Thank you so much. Oh, already got here. My man is already cooking. No, I'm cooking. I'm not even done. There's more to come. In all seriousness, TSG, I really do hear you. Of course, we want something real, but it's just too bad we don't know. Just because she's hot doesn't mean she's sane. Absolutely. No, that's fair. Oh, because women want to be like men. Melissa, why you got to give away the house? Why you got to give away the house? That's it. That's it. Listen, they ain't no secret. It's all because women want to be like the men. So now that the cat is out the bag, my job for the next however long we about to be on this live stream, I'm going to show you. But let's get to the different personalities first. I want y'all to see what we are seeing with modern women today. I want you to see these 3 archetypes of modern women. So you obviously had the young girl who claims she want to be a wife, but yet and still, oh, I'm on marriage mind. But you are still talking in that language that turns men off. So there's women who are wife-minded, but you don't even realize you say certain things and you turn your man off from making you a wife. Come on now. Then the last woman, what does she think? She thinks her value is tied to her assets. Now, we see that all the time, okay? If you're on social media, you see women who think their value is tied to their assets when they're just a walking liability the whole time. Oh, I am cooking today, baby. All right? We're going to get to the next archetype. I'm going to get to your comments here, as many as I can get, but we got to keep it pushing. We're going to get to this next one. Check this out.
So how much would a man need to be earning for you to take him seriously?
I would say $250,000.
So anything under that is just not good enough.
Quarter
Yeah,
million.
no, I hate to sound superficial, but it's just, it's lifestyle.
You
know,
sound
I
superficial.
want to raise babies and I want to stay home. So they need to make more than me to take care of me and my babies.
What is the dating scene like where are you from?
Let me stop it right quick, because there's obviously more. Let's just unpack that first part. You need to be making $250,000 for y'all to have babies and lifestyle. Now, listen, I'm not saying that it doesn't take a lot of money to raise kids, because it absolutely does. It absolutely does. But let's stop the cap on something, okay? Let's stop the cap with something. $250,000 so you can stay home? See, that lifestyle ain't just about them kids. That lifestyle is so that you can have kids, be showing off, right? Just spending money, ain't doing nothing. Let me, ladies, y'all come closer. Just come closer real quick. Let me holler at y'all real quick. Let me just put the little mic a little closer. Let me holler at y'all real quick, okay? Ladies, let me holler at y'all. I got something to say to y'all. Unless you were born into a 1% family, hear me out, please, okay? Unless your ass was born into a one, matter of fact, I'll even give you a 5% family. I'm not giving you a 10% family. I'm giving you a 5% family. Unless your ass was born into a 5% family, in which case you're probably not watching this channel anyway. You don't get to sit on your ass. Do you understand? You don't get to just sit on your ass. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have time to be home and raise your kids if that's what you and your man choose. But let's stop this narrative, this archetype of woman who think I just get to sit on my ass and just be pretty and just get to, and you go to work for 16 to 18 hours and I get to sit here and just spend your shit. None of these women ever talk about the future. They only talk about what you can do for them. Think about what I'm saying. Ladies, this is fucking exhausting. It really is. This is exhausting. Because how can any man, let's say you're trying to get with a man, I really like this dude, blah, 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 but how can any man trust your intentions when y'all all talk like this? I don't talk like that, Sean. Okay, maybe you don't. But sometimes y'all slip up and you don't even know you said something that sound like this. Why won't these men commit? Because you don't know you sound like this, though. Well, what did I say like that? See, that's the thing. You don't even know. You don't even get it. And that's why I chose her as the next one. The last one was showing off assets. Let's put this beautiful lady back up on screen. Look, she classy with it. She got a little high, whatever it is. But this is a beautiful black woman. Let me show y'all her face. Y'all see it on, look right there. Look at her. This is a pretty woman. I would notice her. I would notice this woman. Okay? While I'm cooking, let me get these banners going because it looks like y'all got some more contributions. But this is a pretty woman, you guys. I can't front. Okay? Brother ain't gonna front on it. Okay? I'm not gonna front. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to multitask. All right. Thank you, Revelator, for the $5 holla. Okay. I appreciate the $5 holla. Who else we got up in there? Oh, who else we got up in there? Give me a second. Dante Bryant, thank you for the $2 holla. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay. Damn, I did that again. I'm a little out of practice, y'all. All right. Hopefully I spelled that correctly because I am a little out of practice here. I'm a little out of practice. Let me just check one more time. One more again. Oh, see, I would have messed it up because I messed it up. Okay, there we go. I think I got everything there. I think I got everything in order. All right, thank you for my sponsors. Let me get to y'all chats real quick, and we'll get back to this. Revelator, the spirit of variance. Salute, TSG. As men, black men specifically, we have to stop with the disclaimer of not all women. Yeah, you know what? That's funny you say that. You are absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And a lot of the times, if you hear me, I don't say not all women. I've had to have this conversation with a lot of my, let me leave that up there. I've had to have this conversation. Let me put myself up on the screen. What am I doing? I've had this conversation with a lot of my female friends. They're like, what modern women, and what are you talking about? And I'm saying, look, I can't keep saying, and I knew this years ago when I was doing this channel, I can't keep saying not all women. So that's probably why you hear me say modern women a lot. Okay. And then I have some friends that were like, well, I consider myself a modern woman, but I don't consider myself to be like those women. And I said, well, look, and they was like, I learned something new. And I was like, yeah, well, because I can't keep saying not all women. Okay. So I just throw that modern women term to try to put that group of women together. Okay. So you're right. I typically don't do that, but sometimes I do that on purpose. So if you hear me say not all women, I'm doing that on purpose. So know that. Okay. But you're absolutely correct. We got to get that shit out of our lexicon. Absolutely. And then Dante Brian, thank you for the $2 holly. Said, thank you, sir. No, Dante, thank you. Okay. Because I can't do it without you guys. Right. Let's get back to this real conversation. I'm going to get to these comments as best I can. This woman right here, this is a type. See, this woman is a very beautiful woman, but she's more on the bougie scale of it, that she deserves these things. And in some respects, maybe she do. You can get what you're worth, okay? The market is going to tell you whether you're worth a $250,000 man. The market is going to tell you whether you can get that woman who's stacked in the back, stacked in the front, basically can cook and clean and love on you. You know what? The market will tell you. And then when you get older, you realize even if you can get it, is it worth it in the end? It's like the same thing that we complain about to women about, hey, y'all overlooking good guys. Listen, I'm going to be the first to tell you I was the overlooker in chief of good women. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not ashamed to tell y'all. I can tell you right now, I was the overlooker in chief. I would see a good woman. I'd see those qualities. And I'm like, oh, my God. I saw me settling down with them. And I'm like, I already knew. I was like, yeah, she's too good for me. I ain't ready to settle down. I'm too. Let's just be honest. I knew I wasn't ready to settle. And I was with some of these good women. I was like, yep, if I mess around with this, I ain't going nowhere. I just ain't going nowhere. And I wasn't ready for it. We got to be real about it. But this woman right here, she's a type. She's a type like, she wouldn't give most of us the time of day. Hell, I don't even know if she would give this dude the time of day. Maybe she would. Depends on how he treat her. Okay? Maybe he not tall enough. We don't know. We don't know these things. Let's go back to the video real quick.
My babies.
What is the dating scene like where are you from?
Philadelphia.
Okay, so what's the dating scene like in Philadelphia and, to be honest, in general, America?
How did she say she's from Philadelphia and sound like a Valley girl? Kind of weird.
It sucks. It's terrible. I don't recommend it to anybody, so stay far away.
Wow, as in stay single?
Yeah, essentially.
I mean, eventually you're going to want to get coupled up with someone, right?
It's just really hard. Everyone is dusty and broke.
Boom. Oh, my God. Gents, did y'all hear that? Clip it. I ain't got to go no further. Boom. Right there. That mentality. Boom. She said it. Gents, she said it. Matter of fact, let me just do this one more time. I'm gonna put it right there. Listen to what she said again.
Yeah, essentially.
I mean, eventually you're going to want to get coupled up with someone, right?
It's just really hard. Everyone is dusty and broke.
There's the shaming. There is the shaming. Gents, we are all dusty and broke in this woman's world, okay? Let me translate this for people that don't know what the hell that means. It means that if you are not exactly the man that I say that I want, who's exactly this height, he looks exactly this way, who makes exactly this much money, and who gonna lay the pipe exactly this way. I'm talking about that, not just regular pipe. I'm talking about that Mario and Luigi pipe. I'm talking about, Sorry, I laughed. I laughed at my own joke on that one. I'm talking about laying them Super Mario Brother pipe, okay? If you ain't doing all of those things, you were dusty and you were broke, sir. Stop being mad at this woman for being this way, being hypergamous to this level. Come on now. Dusty and broke. Oh, that's a great point. Let me get my next super chat up there. Ty Shadow 1, thank you for the $5 holler, brother. He said she went from an 8 to a 4 quick. And Ty, I was bragging on this woman. Did you hear me earlier, bro? I was bragging. How did I do this? How did I set myself up? I set myself up, man. I set myself up for the okie doke, man. I was like, hey, she's a really pretty woman. And this woman started opening her mouth, and you gave her a 4. Man, let me. I'm trying to monetize this later. I know I've dropped a couple curse bombs, but I'm actually paying attention to how many I'm doing. Okay, because your boy can't be messing this up. All right, there we go. Thank you so much for that. Oh, they are dusty and broke. Beware of awoken or women. Yes, absolutely. Dante Bryan, you got to save that to the soundboard if you have one. I don't, but I will. Actually, let me write. I don't do a soundboard. I'll put it in my. Let's see, clip 3, and then let's say 42 to 48 seconds. No, I haven't bought that equipment yet because I have so much more to buy. I actually need to. I need to buy a new computer soon. I told y'all that before, but that's there's a lot going on. So a lot going on. I will have that computer soon. Just got to do some research. All right, where we at? Stop spending money on women, gentlemen. That's a good point. That's a damn good point. There we go again. So we're broken, dusty, lame, and crusty. We ain't got no money, says the woman who literally and actually don't have any money. Yep, that is a fact. Juju, man. Juju said everybody dusty and broke. Jeez. Yep. Yeah, she dropped down big time there, Ty. So we're dusty and broke, says the walking billboard woman of a money-hungry joke. Yo, ladies, if you don't know, y'all don't know. Look, I ain't got to go no further. That ain't the point. We got what we needed out of that one. I got it clipped, and I'm gonna make a clip of it, and I'm just gonna save it on repeat. I'm gonna put it in I have a reactions folder, like when y'all see like Leonardo DiCaprio, he go that one, or what's the other reaction? Come on, man! Like I have a folder just for like my favorite reaction. The one where Kevin Samuels says you can't make this shit up. I have that one in that folder too. So there's certain reactions that I like to keep. I'm gonna clip this and make it into reaction. Matter of fact, just for posterity's sake, we're gonna hear it one more time.
Eventually, you're gonna want to get coupled up with someone, right?
It's just really hard. Everyone is dusty and broke.
Yo, I don't know about y'all, but it actually sounds funny now to me. It's hilarious. Oh man! All right, let's get to the next one. I'm gonna go to the third archetype of woman. Again, this is not exclusive. And this is not me saying not all women. I'm saying there are a lot of different types of women, but I'm showing you 3 archetypes tonight specifically. Okay? Specifically. Okay? Oh, I'm gonna knock that out the way. Okay, cool. We got that there. Check this out, gents. This is the third archetype. Now, that first archetype, okay? Let's go through them before I put this next one up on the screen. The first one, the woman who was concerned with her looks and her appearances. We've seen that all the time, right? We see that. You go out, for y'all who still like to go out and sip a little something, and you see that little young tang walk across, We see that one all the time, okay? We know what she about as soon as we see her from across the room, Okay. And then you got the second type. You're like, wow, this woman is really beautiful. This woman is gorgeous. This woman, it looks so good. And then she opens her mouth and says some crap like that. And you're like, God dang it. As Ty said, she go from an 8 to a 4. Hell, in my book, sometimes they go from an 8, 9 to a 0. Like, I mean a 0. I'm like, yo, that is the most disgusting thing I could have heard you say come out your mouth and turn me off. That's what I would have said. But and then we got the one who might actually be the boss. I'm saying this one might be the boss of these women. Okay? You ready? Are y'all ready? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all are ready for the boss archetype of woman. This woman here might be the one, the final boss. This woman is the final boss of modern women. Go ahead and let me know y'all ready for this. Let me know y'all are ready. All right, D-Dog, I see you. I see you, D-Dog. D-Dog say he ready. Y'all ready for the final boss type? The final boss archetype of modern woman? Whew. Here we go. Cam said, that made me say never. Juju put a 1. Okay, let's all right, Melissa. All right, here we go.
What is that financial bracket?
At least 100,000 a year.
So if he made 70K, don't reach out to you.
Not really interested.
And there's that magical $100,000 number.
Okay, be taller. She wants a taller man.
Yes.
Now we already got to the money question, which is make at least 100K.
Yes. Yes.
Let's do the Kendra Cam. Okay. All right. Ooh, yeah. We see you, girl.
Yes, I'm a plus size woman. So
not only is she masculine and independent, at 5'10", she's well over 200 pounds. Easy. And at 39 years old, a single mom of 2 young kids, I don't see how that's a good deal for any man. For a 40K man, for a 50K a year man, let alone a 6-figure guy.
That's the archetype. That's the final boss. Now listen, I need y'all to hear me clearly on this, okay? I need to clarify my position. Okay, I need to clarify my position because I do have a new video in one of the 7 folders that I have created, ready to make new videos for you guys. I literally been up since 3 a.m. About 5 a.m., I started putting all these folders together. I know my next 7 videos for this channel, not including live streams. These are not live streams. These are videos I need to make. And this one here, the final boss babe, the final independent boss of the type of woman that makes relationships hard. This woman has already had a man before, probably had a couple men. She is divorced, got young kids. Hear me out now. Young kids. It's going to be a while before they out the house, right? She already a tall woman, well over probably 200 pounds. Don't look like, let me just check out. Let me check out that Kendra Cam one more time. Oh man, did she just flex? Is she showing off them guns? Is this woman showing off them guns? What is going on here? Oh man. Man, she got a jaw squared in mine. This is crazy. All right? Listen. Yes. Listen, it's let me clarify this position. Everybody, particularly anyone who's doing their best to be on this journey, to try to get it right, to try to be a good man or a good woman. Now you set some standard or some standards about yourself or whatever. You're trying to get better. You're trying to improve, especially here in the Black community where we're trying to get through all this trauma and work through it together. Everybody deserves some love, even the single moms, okay? I ain't gonna go about the baby mamas, but some of the single moms, right, not all of them fall into that category. And for you guys that have never had kids, never been married, none of that stuff, I'm going to tell you, my position is you should not be messing with single mothers. I've been there. I did it. I did it at a very early age when I shouldn't have, but I did. Okay. But for my dudes that already got kids, yeah, man, it makes sense. I'm not saying do it. I'm saying it makes sense that men with kids or men that have been married before, or men that are older might deal with a single mom. Not a baby mama. I'm talking about single mom. Baby mama, single mama, I put them in two categories, okay? Just go watch my old videos on it. Why am I telling y'all this? I'm telling y'all this for a reason. It's not to say that women like this don't deserve love. I don't want to be on record saying that. I told y'all the point of me having some of these videos is actually so that people can go find love, but find it in a way that they're not meeting people that's going to do them wrong, right? People that are like-minded in that. And being smart about it, having the tools to be able to see the scammers come from a mile away. They have the tools to see what a real man's supposed to look like from a mile away. That's what I've said I wanted for this channel. But this shit right here, oh, he has to. Listen, Kendra tried to give her an out. I want y'all to listen. Kendra tried to give her the out.
So if he made 70K, don't reach out to you.
Not really interested.
And there's that magical 100.
That's it. Kendra tried to give her the out. If this woman right here could have said, you know what though, honestly, 70K is good money. I can work with that. Really? And this is the part they all miss. Really and truly though, the most important thing is that he's a good man, that he has, some type of direction, some type of purpose, right? He's a leader, right? Like, women don't say this shit. I don't even have to worry about them. We're 52 minutes into this live stream. I don't have to worry about spilling the secret to women because I can say this all through the rest of this podcast and they'll never hear that part. Except for the women that are here now. Okay? Nobody gonna hear this. But it's that simple. And it's not enough just to say it because y'all can say that shit, but your actions give you away. So you could be the woman to say, you know what? It's all good. I'm looking for this. Y'all can regurgitate it, but your actions. I told y'all. Sometimes you don't think you sound like that woman. Sometimes you don't know you have these qualities. But man, know deep in his soul. Okay, a real man know. Like, something's off about this. Can't put my finger on it. We know. We know before we know. But it seem like there's a lot of these out there? Don't it seem like there's a lot of this right here out there right now? I can almost forgive the last woman. I know I'm making this point, hammering this home, but I can almost forgive this woman right here. If this woman is a young woman, no kids.
So how much?
Hold up. Right here. I can kind of forgive this. Young woman, no kids, future ahead of her. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying I can forgive it. But yeah, this woman here look like she ready to throw bolos at your tail. This one right here, ready to scrap with you in the ring. This woman right here, woman look like you come home and she beating on you. You told Harpo to beat me. That's what you, right here. This is it. Right there. The final boss of these women thinking they deserve. Nobody, look, that word, deserve. I deserve this shit. You don't deserve shit. Again, I need you to hear me. If you are not the top 1% in this country, everybody above that line, that 5, that 2%, actually that 1% line, they all look at us the exact same. They look at the money of the people in the 10%, and they would control alt delete themselves if they had that type of money. We all mean nothing to them. And you, ladies like this got the nerve, the audacity, okay, the downright, can't even think of the word. I got so into my own words. I lost my track there. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I apologize. I'm a little out of practice. But this woman here has the mitigated gall, okay, to sit here and say she deserves 100,000 man. Now that we got the 3 archetypes out the way, actually, we're not done. We got one more. I totally forgot I had one more. Let's get to it. Real quick. And I'll get to some comments and we'll get to the meat of the videos I want to show you. Check this out.
All right, let's hear from you.
Can I hear the question again? It was a lot of detail, and I want to make sure I heard it correctly.
So basically what I said was, like, how do you feel about supporting women that has, like, their own things going on? Or do you feel like a woman should play the back and, like, the man should be just like the, you know?
Okay. I know I told y'all I usually don't stop this, but I had to stop this. Her question, what do you think about a woman who got her own, doing her own thing? And what should her role be in your life? Let's see what he said.
I believe we support each other, but me being the head, I believe if we're not aligned correctly and depending on what it is that you're into, if I don't support that, then I don't think I wouldn't be a part of it. But it depends.
Stop it. Hear me out. Remember what that first woman, that young lady, said in the very first clip that we started tonight. The first thing she said when she was asked, why is dating relationships so hard? And she said, men are being feminine. Now this answer right here, let's listen to what the young man said, because this is a feminine answer as compared to what that young lady said in the first clip. This is a feminine answer.
What it is that you're into, if I don't support that, then I don't think I wouldn't be a part of it. But
that's a feminine answer. That's a sassy answer. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. It's a sassy answer because he said, if it don't fit in a line with my plan as being supposed to be the leader of this household, I wouldn't be with it. I'm not gonna get with it. And that first woman who made it sound good, I'm looking to be, let me put myself up on the screen because this point is very important. I got a lot of good points tonight. I need y'all to hear them. You know, I'm not trying to date. I'm trying to be a wife. I'm looking to marry. I'm moving with purpose. But the first thing she said was a shaming tactic of men. When men say stuff like this, hey, if you're not operating, we're on this same page. I'm supposed to be the man. If we're not operating this way, I'm out. I'm not going to deal with this. We out. We talked about this. You vowed this. But they're not really vowing it. It's kind of what Melissa said. They are trying to be the men. And what we about to see, now that I let this thing go, we let this thing go, I'm going to let the rest of it play out, the whole thing. We about to see that Melissa ain't too far off. Now let's go back to this question. We're going to start this over because I want y'all to look at this in a different light now.
All right, let's hear from you.
Can I hear the question again? It was a lot of detail, and I want to make sure I heard it correctly.
So basically what I said was, like, how do you feel about supporting women that has, like, their own things going on? Or do you feel like a woman should play the back and, like, the man should be just like the, you know?
I believe we support each other, but me being the head, I believe if we're not aligned correctly and depending on what it is that you're into, if I don't support that, then I don't think I wouldn't be a part of it. But it depends on what it is that you have going on. But it's just, if it's just something, let's say we both agree, or it's just your own thing, and I'm not against it, like morally and value, then I would support you.
Yeah, so I do music. So my plan is to be a really huge artist. You know what I mean? Like, that's the goal. That's the only goal. So what does that look like for you if I become like this big artist?
It doesn't faze me at all, but also what is the message that you put out into the world? Because our children are going to be looking up to you as their mother, and whatever you put into them is going to affect me as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's a good answer.
Now listen, they were very cordial, okay? They were cordial, but I would have popped that balloon as soon as she said this shit right here.
And be a part of it.
Hold up, what did she say? Right here. When she said this shit, I would have popped that balloon.
Yeah, so I do music. So my plan is to be a really huge artist.
I'd have popped that damn balloon. Okay? Listen. That balloon would have been popped. Like, what? Listen. I'm not trying to crap on anybody who have a dream or a goal. But when you make this dream and goal, like, ma'am, how is anybody going to take you? See, y'all can't see the photo. Let me put this, like, let me see. Look at that photo. I need y'all to look. She got them little stretch pants, okay? Now, listen, ladies, listen, I'm not trying to body shame here, but y'all can't see from my angle. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong, but that little, she got some shit hanging over that and blah, 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 and I'm going to be an artist. Man, look, they not about to, boom, right there, boom. Boom. This is the champ thing. Oh, my God, the champ. Matter of fact, let me put myself back up on screen. The champ just hit the damn nail on the head. Like Sexy Red. Let's talk about that because that man said, what did he say? He said, okay, I can support your dream. But is that the type of dream that our kids can be proud of? You know, this, that, and the third. Can I, you know, whatever. What is this woman going to be willing to do and say and sing to get to the top? Now, I'm telling y'all, y'all can't see bootleg Lululemon. Oh, y'all can't see the photo. Thank you for that there, Zoomer. Zoomer Doomer. Y'all can't see that like I'm seeing it, but like that ain't right. Like, why come she can't fix that or work on that or something? Like, the women that make it, there's something. Now listen, the little Sexy Red to be like, look, I'll say anything. I'll talk about, like, you know, the crinkle star is pink and the sheet, you know, the sheets is a different color. I don't know what she was saying, but it's nasty. Okay, it's just nasty. Melissa says, thank you for the edutainment. Oh, that's what this. Come on now, y'all give me y'all time. We're gonna talk about it, but we're gonna have fun too. You know what I mean? These live streams. Look, if y'all don't know, if you just coming here, please hit that like button if you haven't done it already. And yeah, hit that like button. And the other thing is, look, y'all giving me y'all time. Let's just be real. This shit is funny, right? We should be able to have fun and talk about it because real life is just real, you know. And so the time y'all give me to come here, man, I try to make it fun. All right. Dwayne Hamilton says I would have asked her to sing. I would have too. First of all, Melissa, thank you for the next $5 super chat. And let me add that to the banner here because I appreciate it. I'm gonna make that 5 into a 10. And there we go. Thank you so much for that. And then Melissa agrees 100%. Yeah, you got to prove to me that. But like I would have popped it. Look, y'all talking about make her sing and prove it. When she said, I'm gonna sing, I just want to know because I got a singing career. Hold up, right quick. Let me catch that again. Right there.
Yeah, so I do music. So my plan is to be a really huge artist.
I ain't got time for that. Everybody trying to be artists, man. Like, look, and God, I sound terrible when I say that. I guess I've always been attracted to women that actually got some brains up there or something, man. Like, I don't know, man. I'd be like, a singer? Nah. Cause like what you gotta do to be a singer, right? Like, I don't know if y'all know this, man, but I'm coming up on my 7th year of being retired, right? My 7th year of being in retirement. And I've always, always, always wanted to be an actor. And then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, man, I could do this thing. I ain't got no restrictions. I could go on these casting calls and I could go to like get in theater and I could do all this stuff in my spare time because, hey, I got nothing but time. And even Samuel L. Jackson, I think it was Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson didn't become like a movie star or until he was damn near like 40 or 50. 40 something, right? He was like 40 years old. So I was like, yo, if he could do it, I could do it, right? I pulled one of them. If they could do it, I could do it, right? And then I started, just a lot of stuff has happened. Dave Chappelle has had a lot of specials, and there's been a lot of stuff that's come up. And I was just thinking, now we got the Diddy and the baby oil. And I know me, I like to socialize, but I be going to parties looking at people sideways, like, what are y'all doing? Where's all this? Why y'all breaking out this baby oil, man? I don't even own baby oil in my house, man. Wait, why is there so many bottles? One bottle of baby oil will last for a lifetime. What are y'all doing? Oh my God, this case is coming in. Oh, no, right? You don't want to find yourself on the wrong side of a Diddy party. Oh, I've been cracking these damn Diddy jokes for the longest now. This shit is funny to me. Zoomer Doomer. From a YN on the other side of the world. Thank you there. Yep, salute to you. A YN. I wish I'd been a YN. Should have been an admin. Yeah, look, I find the baby oil shit so funny. I've been cracking jokes. I crack jokes about baby oil on a daily basis if I'm talking to somebody. That shit is hilarious. All these strippers want to be rappers now. Oh, right there. Undrafted All-Stars podcast show. Yo, that is bars right there. Right there. All these strippers want to be rappers. Oh my God. Let me get this up there. Oh my God. All these strippers want to be rappers. That is bars. That is straight bars. I can't tell you how much that is. There we go. All right, there we go. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, that's straight bars right there. President, more like STID award, winning strippers want to be the VD Streets rappers. Oh my God, Preston. Oh my God, she looks like a rapper. Oh my God, y'all are funny. All right, listen. That's the last one. The one that's the rapper, singer / entrepreneur. So you got to get on my level because I'm a entrepreneur or I'm doing things. You know, I haven't made any records yet, haven't made no money, but you're not on my level. Okay. So I think we've seen enough archetypes because we're about to get to the meat of this. We got to get through this now. I got things to do. I cooked while I was late tonight. It's got cooked soup. It's that time of the year. It's getting colder. I just threw some stew meat together and some veggies, some sausage, and man, I wish I throw some chicken in there. Look, I can't wait to eat this soup. So, all right. So you have these women who are, again, as Melissa stated, these are man-like qualities. But the quality is not just those man-like qualities. It's this inability to be able to work with a man. Notice that the title is Why Relationships Never Get Better with Women Like This. How can they get better when you're dealing with women like this?
I've been married.
Yeah.
And a quote unquote housewife where he did everything financially.
So I messed that up. But I want y'all to hear that again. She was a housewife And she did all the stuff. Check it out.
I've been married.
Yeah.
Been married.
And a quote unquote housewife.
Why is it quote unquote housewife? Because you wasn't good at it. Let's keep going.
Where he did everything financially. I hated that shit.
Did y'all just hear that? I know I don't want to stop it. I need y'all to understand. He did everything that we asked for. I had a man that did everything. I had the man. And I hated it. Let's continue to listen to this shit right here.
Why?
Because I'm not not saying that I'm not gonna clean and cook, but that's not what the fuck I want to do. Like, that's not what makes me happy. So yeah, if you at home and staying at home with the kids, that's what makes you happy, then all for it. But me, no, I want to go out there. I want to work. I want to hustle. I want to see how much, I can bring in. Let me see. If my nigga make $200K a year, I want to match. Like, you gotta meet me. Like, let me come where you at, or bring me to where you're at. Like, how can I be where my nigga at?
There is absolutely nothing wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with a woman with a mindset of, I'm going to help my man and our family get to the dream that we say we're going to be. And that might take for your woman to have this mindset right here, which I'm not fully opposed to. But you got to hear the context of everything she said. And I want you to realize that what this woman just said is not exclusive to her. There are a lot of women who don't really want marriage. They want the wedding. They want the people to be around. Yeah, they want to feel what marriage is like for a few years, but they maybe want to be in marriage long enough to have kids, and then they don't want it no more. It's an uncomfortable shoe. They don't want it. Okay? It's a fad. And the thing is, this mindset, this is people's lives. Like, they don't give a shit about their kids. Like, they don't even care. She said a word in there that you hear so often in these spaces from these women, which is why I show you all these clips. She said, I wasn't happy. God damn it, this word. Like, you deserve to be happy. And I'm not saying people shouldn't want happiness and shouldn't attain happiness and shouldn't live in the happiness, but it's not a constant thing. It's not going to be all the time. And it's those struggles and it's that adversity that makes you appreciate those times when you have them. But these modern women today are not satisfied. It's a bottomless pit and a hole that they are willing to throw everybody down in for this feeling that is self-controlled and isn't really real. It's amazing to me. Oh, King said that hookah and bad attitude are mandatory parts of the ex-wife uniform. King, thank you for that one. That's easy. You can't find those women anymore. They're gone. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. See, a lot of men, ladies, a lot of men, Melissa just did the head slap on that one. They need them streets. Like, let me get that right. Them streets. Okay. Where are these type of women at? Oh, the ones that's gonna work to get you, work to match the man. That's a good one. That is a damn good one. Person said that fool Diddy at MDC in New York City in solitary confinement, just waiting to get baby oiled to death. Nah, I don't know if you've seen them. Real quick, off topic, you guys. I don't know if you guys seen them little cartoons where Diddy go to jail, and then they be like, "Yeah, I've been waiting for you to come to jail," and Diddy be like, "All right, Daddy, I'm ready." And then like, and you hear the little dramatic music, dong. He's like, "See, y'all think I'm locked in here with y'all, but y'all locked in here with me, bro." Them Diddy cartoons are freaking hilarious, bro. Like, I had to just stop. I had to, like, changed the algorithm on my TikTok to stop watching them shits. That's how much I laugh, right? So this woman told you she don't care, but I'm not done. Now this clip we're gonna run through real quick. Y'all seen this clip before, but after putting in context, I'm getting to a point, right? There's another point, not only about the behaviors, but what does it mean? We're gonna talk about that. But you all have seen this clip, but I want you to keep in mind everything that we've talked about. And now I want you to watch this clip in context of the things that we just said. Check this out.
You married?
I'm going through a divorce.
What happened with that?
Basically, my husband stopped meeting my expectations.
Boom. My husband stopped meeting my expectations. Okay, let's continue.
What you mean?
When I met my husband, I told him what I expect from a man. The number one rule with being with me is you have to provide. I won't settle for anything less. So my husband ended up losing his job. He was a manager at a warehouse. He ended up losing his job. He came home and he told me, I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So a month went by and he looked for me to pay bills. Who paying what bills? So I was going to consider it if he gave me the money back for paying the bills.
So we don't need to go here any further. This has been dissected. This has been talked about. But the reason why I'm playing it is because, again, we have another one of these posers who is pretending to be a wife, who is pretending to be, a woman who I desire marriage and this. And the worst part is she already had 2 kids. This dude straight up came into this situation and it was literally a money transaction for her. She cared nothing about that dude. And y'all see the rest of this video, the rest of this interview where she called him a simp. She pretty much called that dude a simp because he took on her and her 2 kids. Let me show y'all. This is like this woman right here, the one we talked about earlier. Remember I told you the final boss of these modern women, the final boss, remember her? Hold on, let me get her up on screen good. Remember this one right here? Oh, that one right there. Y'all remember that? Come on now. Come on now. See, there's a pattern here. This woman already got kids, divorced, 39 years old, big ass woman. And listen, I'm not trying to disparage big women, whatever. I'm just saying. And you expect a man to come through with 100K. Nothing less. He got to start at 100K. Listen to these women. How can relationships even form when women have this mindset? Women are out here in the streets. Y'all gonna get this shit out y'all mouth. Y'all out in these streets. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use the words of the champ. Them streets, okay? Out in these streets. I wish I had my rings on so I could do some ring stuff, okay? You're out in these streets, okay? Got to do the hand percolation, okay? Out in these streets. Expecting men to take care of you in this type of scenario when you this type of woman, okay? And what happens? What happens? You become disrespectful, right? You become this woman right here. You become this disrespectful woman right here. You become her. Like this thing says, she feels she isn't the problem. She feels that she isn't the issue. Her man is the issue because she set out her expectations. And that ain't the way it was supposed to work. Now, for all my people and my black people, this is terrible for our community because our women think this way. They feel this way. They don't even know how to move. Every archetype woman that I had all had the same couple things in common. They only cared about their looks and what kind of money you can get for them. Our women have been reduced to streetwalkers. Let's just put it out there. Cap it, quote it, clip it, whatever. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy.
Here's the crazy thing. A broad will try to tell you how to operate. You dig? She try to tell you how to get in motion. And then once you do what she asked you to do, like a dummy, then she ain't even feel it. You heard me? Why? Because she successfully dominated you. You might be like, that's demonic and wicked. Bro, that's how they be. You hear me? They try to run your program, try to turn you into a female. They want to play follow the leader and make you the follower. And then once you show that you've succumbed to them, then they done with you, bro. That's how it go, man. It's a setup out here. Don't fall for it, Brody.
He ain't spoke no lies there. No lies was told here. No lies were told. And somehow, you and me get called feminine, or we get called sassy if we go ahead and stand up to these women and we tell them that we see the tricks, that we're not going to fall for these tricks no more. We're not about to fall for.
Yeah, we're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
We are not doing that no more. Okay? And they get sassy. They want to clap back just like this.
You're not going to fall for the banana. You're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
There you go. Okay? But he was right. He was absolutely correct. Let's be real about it. It's what I said to you earlier. You try to be accommodating. You try to be nice. You're like, oh, man, you know what? I respect this woman. We give respect to women that don't deserve respect sometimes. And then we wonder why they don't respect us later. I need you to hear that again. We give respect to people sometimes that don't deserve it, and then wonder why they don't give us respect later. Here it is. These women are asking for this shit. Oh, you got to make $100K. Oh, he got to be the provider the whole time. We ain't going 50-50. He need to make $250,000. And then you give them all of that, and they never respected you in the first place. Oh, I have so many videos that I'm about to make in the next month. It's about to be ridiculous. I have a lot of work ahead of me. It's going to be crazy. Let me catch some of these comments because some of this shit is funny. Where did she expect? Warehouse jobs aren't meant to be fired from. Right. How can any woman ever be with anyone when they can't even be happy with themselves? That's a good point there, Preston. Oh, no, this trash again. In all seriousness, if anything, she's the one who should be grateful that any man decided to take on useless garbage and worthless freeloader Jezza baggage. Just leave Keisha behind. Worms in the rain. Thank you so much for that one, yo. Independent streetwalkers, slobber knockers, and cream of the cobbers. Preston, that was a good one. They're not our women anymore. They refuse to be led by black men. Ooh. Worms in the rain. I told y'all I got like 7 folders created for videos I want to make this month for the channel. We're going to have to address this a number of times. Why am I saying this to y'all? He's not wrong, right? We have to address this. And so these 7 videos I have coming up, I have one that's probably might be very controversial. I have a couple that might be controversial. So I ask that you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on all your notifications, and make sure when you get a chance, don't watch this a little bit. Make sure when you see my video pop up that you watch it from beginning to end. And if you can, watch at least half of the next video. When I point up here like this to say, watch this next video, watch that next video. thank you to all my members and super chats. But doing exactly what I said from all of you is equally as important so that we can get pushed out in the algorithm. I don't know if y'all knew, but I created some shorts and I put some shorts on the channel, and the shorts did okay. And I thought that, okay, YouTube isn't going to punish you for having shorts on your channel. And sure enough, my views are down like half, like it's cut in half. And the only thing I can correlate it to is when I put the shorts on the channel. So I need you all to crank it out and watch those videos because the views are down. Now, it could be just this time of the year. I don't know. But it would really help when you see the videos pop up, support them, please. Okay? And thank you to everybody who's a gent, my gents and my ladies of the channel. Thank you so much. Okay? Let's get to this next video. We only got a few more videos left. Now, oh yes, this is so we have this last video. Now, this last video isn't so in your face as the other videos are. This is subtly how relationships don't benefit men anymore. How men can find themselves with women that aren't wives. That aren't wives. And some ladies don't even know it because they're in that cycle. And I thought this story was so important. So I'm going to let this play out. But we're going to talk about it on the other side. I really want to hear from you all about this one. That's why I saved this one. Saved this one for one of the last few videos. Okay, check this out. Actually, I'm gonna put this up so I can grab some rings.
I got to talk about this because this irritated me. I just saw a post where a lady was talking about how she found her soulmate, how her husband just worked overnight, like a really long shift, and he came home and, you know, he was like, hey, I'm really tired. I'm going to order some food. She said, no, I'm okay. Me and the baby already ate. And then he was like, okay. So he ordered food. And when the food came from DoorDash, she opened it and she smelled it and she immediately wanted to eat. And out the bag, he pulls out a burrito for her. Like he already had ordered her food. So it made her emotional, whatever. And she's like, I found my soulmate. What bothers me about that is you know, your husband just worked an over OD shift. You ate, but you didn't have no food ready for him when he got home. And you talking about, oh, he thought about me. Why didn't you think about him? I can't with these women nowadays, bro. I cannot. You're telling me that you're okay with this man working all day, coming home and catering to you because he's thinking about you, but you can't reciprocate that energy. And then you wonder why these men be so miserable and cheat. I'm not saying cheating is right, but I literally, like, when you're not holding your end of the deal, it's very one-sided relationship. But if it was the other way around now, here, bro, this double standards be crazy. Be crazy as hell.
All right, I'm back. So this one right here, this was something else. Okay? This was something else. I just realized I didn't scroll down all the way. I was missing some comments. Let me catch this comment real quick. Actually, before I catch the comments, let me catch this Ty, thank you so much, man. He said, facts, where's my damn plate? That's what's up, man. Where's the plate? Let me go ahead and update my tracker here. I think I feel old doing this sometimes. All right, let's go ahead. Update that. There we go. All right, we updated. All right, listen. Those edges and baby hairs caused me to miss the whole point she was making. I'm so sorry. She made a good point, though. Look. Right here.
I'm really tired. I'm going to order some food. She said, no, I'm okay. Me and the baby already ate.
Okay. Hear me out. So the husband was thinking about her. She had already ate earlier. She didn't make sure her man had food when he got home. And when he got home, he said, okay, well, I'm going to get some food. Do you want any? So you and the baby ate. You didn't have food for him when he got home. He thought about you, even though you didn't have food ready for him. That part right there, I didn't even mean to stop it here because I didn't even know that was a spot. But that was the spot right there. I was like, yo. But then here's the trip part. Here's the other part. Women, y'all got to stop doing this shit too. Watch this.
And then he was like, okay, so he ordered food, and when the food came from DoorDash, she opened it and she smelled it and she immediately wanted to eat. And out the bag, he pulls out a burrito for her.
Stop. There we go again. So she said, nah, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. Okay? I don't want nothing. So he orders the food for himself. She said she ate already. She go and smell his bag. Oh, that really do smell good. And the man had the wherewithal to order her a burrito because he figured he knew his woman good enough to make sure that she had something of her own. Do you see the problem here, gents? Ladies and gents, do y'all see the problem?
Like, he already had ordered her food. So it made her emotional, whatever. And she's like, I found my soulmate. What bothers me about...
So then she got emotional because he thought about her. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. This man is supporting his wife and his baby, and she's emotional. This mindset. As a chief in the Navy, you have guys that look up to you, and they think that because you're in this higher ranking position, they think that, oh, life must be good for you. Everything must be easy because, you're just barking orders to us. And so I can't wait. I can just bark orders to people. But what those guys never understood when you're in that leadership position is that, yes, I'm giving y'all orders and y'all got shit y'all got to carry out and y'all got to do. But you ain't there at all the planning meetings. You ain't there getting your ass handed to you when things don't go right. No accountability, right? Like, you're not the one getting yelled at. You're not the one that's accountable if things go wrong. This higher level of pressure that as a chief that we have on us. And then, hey, I used to always all right, send all my guys I wouldn't leave until my guys went home. The only time I went home before my guys is if I had some type of appointment. I never left before my guys. I need y'all to understand that. I did not leave the boat, the submarine, until my guys were leaving. Why am I telling you this? Because there are so many women today that want to be boss babes, right? You want to be independent. You want, I can do it, blah, blah, blah. But you're terrible leaders. You don't know how to lead. You don't know how to share. It's all about you. Yes, my guys did what I asked them to do because I was in charge. But if you are a leader, you are a servant to the people that are under you. And a lot of these women don't want to be a servant to anybody except their bosses for some reason. Some reason they can have a boss and be like, how high you need me to jump, sir? Oh, I'll have those TPS reports for you on your desk, typed up in double space for you. But your man can't even have food ready. When you ate, you didn't have food ready for him when he got home. You ain't willing to work and help your man when he down. This is why y'all are freaking single. I wanted to say the F-bomb, but I don't know how many I've used today. This is why a lot of y'all are going to be single. This is why a lot of men are just quitting and getting out of the goddamn dating game. This is why men are frustrated with modern women. This shit will not change until y'all change it. Let me say that again. This shit will not change until you ladies change it. You want to know why we harp on the behaviors and attitudes of women? Because this behavior is incentivized not only by the government, not only by society. Hell, it is incentivized by your own friends and your own family. The women in your families are teaching y'all to be this way and reinforcing it. And when you have a good man and you have a man that, man, I respect this dude. I'm listening to him. He's a leader. He's doing what he's supposed to do. You have friends. You got family. You got people in your life that you keep it in your life that is holding you back from your blessings by telling you that you submitting to your man, having respect for your man is wrong. And then you wonder why you end up on like these other women here on the other side of a divorce. You wonder why you're not happy. I don't even know what to say. That story right there, this story right here, this is the epitome of why relationships don't work today. Right there. Not the girl who trying to show her assets, and not the bougie girl who won $250,000, and not the divorced woman who looked like the Pillsbury Dough girl and won $100K, and not the one who used to be a wife and now she want to try to make as much as her dude, and not the one who married a dude because he was a simp and didn't respect him. Nah, it's these subtle shits right here where this man don't even know that he got an ungrateful woman on his hands. This be the worst ones, because this is when the man never see it coming. This is when men never see this shit coming, man. It's a damn shame what they did to that dog. Okay? Listen. Oh, let me catch a couple of these comments I wanted to. I respect women with goals and ambitions. What I don't respect is women lying about wanting to share those goals with a man. Perfect. I'm so glad I came back to this comment exactly after what I just said. That is absolutely correct. Good lie, bro. Thank you so much, Undrafted All-Star Podcast Show. The most powerful visualizations in life is when men realize their value and worth was exactly in their peace. Exactly. Come on, dog. Is that even a question? And then we lost King with the baby hairs. I'm going to catch one of these. This is exactly why they're single and childless. No man wants to save people who don't want to be saved. Absolutely. That sums it all up. Let me listen. I saved 2. Ty, thank you for hitting that. Emotions hits differently when you realize you ain't shit. The Pillsbury for real faux girl. Yeah. Oh man. Thank you, Ty. Let me update this. Yeah, it does hit different. Yes, it does. Let me get that extra up on there. Let me get that up on there. Thank you so much for the super chats tonight, you guys. Seriously, man. Y'all don't really understand. Like, I'm actually doing so much right now. It's hard with the holidays right now. I didn't even tell you on this before we get to the last 2 video clips. I had like a little family situation thing that happened right before I got on the live. And I'm not going to lie to you. I literally was like this looking at the desk. And I saw the countdown happening. And I was just like, I was so excited to do this live today. And I saw that countdown happen. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to do this live stream today. And then it came on and I don't know, like I got energized to do this and do it the right way. But I was a little down before I started this. I want to thank you all for that. You know, this was This was a good live stream. There's a good message behind this live stream too. We had a little fun today. I had a little fun. But this is serious though. This is serious. That we have a bunch of women who just aren't wives. And I'm gonna continue to shout that to the rooftop. I'll make 100,000, I'll make 1,000 videos saying the same damn thing because until it gets drilled in their heads. And not even just their heads, but for the women who actually want to find a man, right? I get told all the time, Sean, why are you telling them, why you think you're gonna change? Because even if it helps one woman, it's worth it. If it helps one man and one woman find each other, it's worth it. If it helps one man not realize he in some shit that he shouldn't be into and make him get out of it, that's fine. If it helps a woman realize that she going down a path of about to make herself a baby mama and dealing with drama, got the little rhyme there for your president, right? Then I'm okay with that, you know? And maybe we have a couple laughs in the process, you know? Listen, I have two messages for us to leave out of this live stream with, okay? And then we're gonna and we'll I'm gonna finish these two videos. We'll get to the question of the day. I'll take a couple more comments and we'll get out of here. So this next video is the video clip is very short, but it's a very, very powerful message. Check it out.
If she's not going to add to you, move on. That's what they're withholding. So let them keep withholding that and let them stay single. Let the women who want men have y'all. Willing to help, willing to add.
And this is exactly why, hey, Sean, why are you wasting your time trying to reach out and talk to them? They're not trying to hear, because we're talking to the ones who are listening. We're talking to the ones who like, man, never thought of it that way. I would like to know what men think so that I can know what my man is thinking, so I can be in tune with him and not be a hindrance, so I can be his peace, so I can be his helpmate. I do it so that those women have a chance. But for my dudes, if she's not doing it, move the hell on, man. It's that simple. Bro, listen. I did a clip. Y'all seen there was a lot of sketches in my last video, but they were very important. It didn't change the narrative. It was that one dude shot his shot at the girl, and she was like, I don't want to talk to you. So he walked off. And she's like, that's it? Y'all seen that clip? Right? Where he was like, well, what do you want? You're not going to try to press like that one? No, dudes are not pressing anymore. I'm not saying men shouldn't shoot their shot. I told y'all, we are hunters, man. Don't stop hunting. Right? You got to even hunt when you got your woman, man. You got to tell your woman how beautiful she is. Let her know that she's still beautiful in your eyes. We still can't turn that shit off. But I will tell you, if you are a single guy out there and you shoot your shot and she shoots you down, I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to get your ego hurt. I don't want you to do that. Do what that young man did in that video clip. Walk that off. Like, all right, be okay with it. I want you to be able to shoot your shot and be okay with it. If you get shot down, I need you to be thinking like this. It's her loss. And walk off. And your life be good, man. Drink your beer, have you, a little cigar, whatever, whatever it is, just go on about your life. It don't stop your life. It's that simple, man. Literally just walk the hell off right there.
If she's not going to add to you, move on.
There you go.
That's what they're withholding. So let them keep withholding that and let them stay single. Let the women who want men have y'all. Willing to help, willing to add.
Literally, if a woman turned you down and you right, everything right, and you doing it, wash your hands up. You just dodged the bullet. You dodged the bullet. Because even if she would force herself to talk to you now, she might not like you later because she wasn't feeling you in the moment. You know what I mean? So, yep, exactly. Yeah, bye, Felicia. Yeah, you got to be able to walk off, man. It's like playing poker, man. Sometimes you like, man, you want to sit at the table, but, man, you got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away. You got to know when to run, okay? You got to know all these things. Now, this last video is for both men and women. And I want you to know there's a message. These are things that both men, this is things that men can learn and women can learn, okay? I need y'all to hear this because this is a very important point. Along with knowing when to get off the table, knowing that if somebody don't meet your I say your standards, but if somebody can't see you, walk away from it. I need y'all to hear this. This is very important. This is what we're going. This is the last video clip of the night.
A lot of women are waiting for the finished product, and you're missing a really good man who knows who he is, but he just needs support. And I'll say this too, a lot of men are waiting to build their kingdom before they have their woman. A really good woman will support you in building that kingdom. The right woman will inspire the shit out of a man to build a bigger kingdom than he would have built alone.
Absolutely. I'm gonna play this one more time because I really need y'all to feel this one.
A lot of women are waiting for the finished product, and you're missing a really good man who knows who he is, but he just needs support.
How many times have I played clips on this channel where tonight they want this finished product, but they're not willing to help you? The husband that fell on hard times and she left him because she wanted him to pay her back. Oh, he lost his job, so he's not good enough. These women are when they not seeing any benefit from you, they're willing to cut and run. A real woman don't cut and run like that. All these women here are just thinking about themselves. So if I'm not saying that you don't have to bring something to the table. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have goals and aspirations and you shouldn't be, working on getting your paper up. That's what you're supposed to do as a man. But the smart women, right? They catch them dudes in college. They catch them dudes early when they see the potential. Yo, he doing some stuff. He ain't there, but he doing some stuff. I'm gonna latch on right now. And then the second part is equally as powerful.
And I'll say this too, a lot of men are waiting to build their kingdom before they have their woman. A really good woman will support you in building that kingdom. The right woman will inspire the shit out of a man to build a bigger kingdom than he would have built alone.
This is facts right here. I have a really good friend of mine, and we met in 2000. So I had arrived to my very first boat in June of 2000, and he arrived at the boat in December. And I actually just messaged him yesterday because they're getting ready to move to Japan. Now, I've been out of the military coming up more than 6.5 years, almost 7. My dude, he's still in there, but we were enlisted together. We were turning wrenches together. We were nubs together, man. We were just nobodies together, learning how to do this thing. He went on and became an officer. He was always really smart, man. I worked with a lot of smart people in engineering. That's what I did, engineering. So I worked with a lot of smart people. And he's an officer now. He's been an officer for years. But when he came to the boat, he was just freshly married. He just got married. His woman, a good friend of mine as well, I'm friends with both of them, been so for 24 years now, right? Or coming up on 24 years in December, right? And she was smart too. She was top of her class, valedictorian, whatever. So you got these two smart ass people, and she was there when he was nothing. And that woman, my friend, is still with him today. It's great to see my two friends still together, 24 years married. I mean, it freaking, I almost used the F-bomb, but it inspires me. It inspires me that I actually know a couple that is still together after all of these years. And they are doing it. And they still, look, they are still together, still thick and thin. I see the photos, they always doing stuff together. It's possible. But it would never be possible if that woman, who is smart in her own right, She was smart too. Honors classes, all that stuff, advanced classes. And what did she do? She supported her husband. She supported my friend in his career. And they're both winning. And when he retires, they're gonna have good money. They're gonna be well off. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Women today aren't like that. I get it. All of us in our 40s. Maybe they don't make women like her, like my buddy has. Maybe they don't make women like that. But a real woman, the whole point of these last two videos is that a good one, she's going to build with you, okay? You don't have to have the kingdom done. You need to be showing progress. You need to show progression. This is why I say that we as men need to be operating in our purpose. Because no woman and no person wants to follow someone that don't have a plan. This is why I always talk about having a plan. Nobody wants to follow a leader that has no plan. And anybody that knows me, that really, really knows me, know that Sean always got a plan. I always got A, B through Z, ZZ. I have plans on top of plans on top of plans. This is what we're supposed to do as men. This is what we need to be on. You don't have to, like, if a woman ain't willing to build with you while you're building your kingdom up, then she ain't worthy of it. Play that video one more time before we got here. Yep. Ty, that is very inspirational. Yes, it is. Hold on, let's go back to that.
A lot of women are waiting for the finished product, and you're missing a really good man who knows who he is, but he just needs support. And I'll say this too, a lot of men are waiting to build their kingdom before they have their woman. A really good woman will support you in building that kingdom. The right woman will inspire the shit out of a man to build a bigger kingdom than he would have built alone.
There we go. Thank you, Ty, for another $5 holler. Let me get everybody back on screen. We're gonna do the question of the day. We're gonna get up out of here so I can get to my soup, okay? Because I gotta get to my soup. It should be good because it's sitting there marinating, okay? It ain't gonna burn my tongue neither, okay? It can't even burn my tongue. All right. There we go. Thank you so much for that. Yep. Yep. That's right. That's a hole in one right there. All right, check it out, y'all. Question of the day. Have you ever dated and or married a controlling woman? How did it end? What was the breaking point of the relationship and why? Y'all don't got to talk about it in the chat tonight, but after this video is done, go down in the comments below and put your stories in there. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your stories, okay? I think that we should even I might should do a video about that. Controlling women. Kind of that's what this live stream was about. But really and truly, what I wanted y'all to get from this live stream, additionally too, was the fact that the thing why relationships won't get any better is because the mindset of modern women is that they want you to follow their plan. And it was never designed that way, because any man who follows a woman's plan, like I'm talking about follow the crap out of her plan, and he's not allowed to still be the man in that relationship, it will never work because she will never respect you. Are there exceptions to the rule? Absolutely. Right? Monique respects her husband. Even though she's the star, her husband behind the scenes, from what she says, she respects and loves him because without him, he is her rock. So she respects that. The money, yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. But she's not leaning on the money as much as I'm doing this with my man. Women don't think that way. They don't. And this is why a lot of women are going to find themselves single, childless, and alone here in about 5 years. Okay? A real woman will never leave you incomplete. That woman will or should be your center. That's what makes you complete. Yeah, that's what should happen, but it's not, and it's a shame. So, gents, I'm just gonna say, look, don't.
Yeah. We're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Don't fall for that banana in the tailpipe, man. Okay, that's why we put out these videos so you guys can see the person, see the behaviors, and look, men are getting smarter. Men are watching channels like this, watching these other channels, and you can call it sassy, you can call it they're being feminine, but men are just saying we're not going to put up, we're not your beast of burden. We're not the beast of burden for women who won't commit to us. And it's as simple as that. Men aren't committing to women who won't look after them, and women are getting mad about it. Hey, thank you all so much, man, for tonight. I really have to really just give thanks to I got to give thanks to Melissa for her super chat. Thank you for the Revelator for his super chat. Dante for his super chat. Ty, Zoomer, Doomer, thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all to my members. I will be making a members only video here in the next day or so. So my members, look out. I will be having a video for you guys. I already have the clips in it. I just got to put it together. And we'll have a members only video. I have a bunch more videos I'm going to be working on here because I want to get all of these videos out. And I have a new channel. I will tell y'all about the new channel if you're interested, but I'm not going to put it out on the channel. I probably talk about it here in the live stream, okay, if I'm going to put it out. But right now, that channel is taking off. I'm almost at 1,000 subs there. Almost got the watch hours. So I'm thinking about the next month, that channel will be monetized as well, okay? And I'll tell you all about it once it is. But I want to thank each and every one of you guys. We will be back next week. I think we will be. Yep, there's nothing going on. We'll be back next week. I will have a video out in the next day or so. So look out for it. And until next time, live your best.